Well, let's try take two. It just shut off on me when I changed my microphone. So, not so lucky. So, hopefully you will tune back in to join me for my live. I'm checking now to see if I am having sound. So, hopefully you will. It just shut off on me when I changed. And it has echoes. It sounds like I have sound, but it might have a little reverb. I'm not sure how bad it is. So I'm just going to go forward because that's all I can do. 5 steps forward, 1 step back. I just keep going and trying to figure it out. Anyway, I have my other microphone charging. Who knows? Maybe partway through here we can do it. But anyway. Welcome to One Crafty Sister Tuesday Night Live. Hello, Lisa. I have 3 fun projects to share with you tonight and a little bit of follow-up because I just came off my Creative Escape weekend retreat this weekend. And let's see here. Let's just see something, if I can use this while it's plugged in. Let's just see. Maybe I can. Let's see. I'm trying a different microphone to see if it works without an echo. And we will test it out. Hello, Amanda, Noreen. Yes. I am gonna try this with a different microphone. Noreen, yes, that didn't work. Oh, stop. Let's see, mic, if I change it, let's see. All right, I changed it to a USB mic. So we're just gonna clip it here and hopefully it will be better. Pam says not bad on her end. Check real quick. Okay. All right. Well, this last weekend was my weekend creative escape, and if you guys know me very well or you've been around,
the new mic worked.
Yeah, if you've been around for any amount of time, you know that my weekend retreats are like my babies. I love them. They are my super most favoritist thing that I do. Probably one thing that I enjoy the most is I love planning all the presents and the gifts that I kind of source for my retreats between the fun research that my helpers and I do. Like, it's really exciting, and we started planning today for June, and let me tell you, it is going to be so exciting. Is it going to be so much fun, Julie?
Yep.
Julie says it's going to be so much fun. We are going to have so much fun in June, and I can't wait to share very shortly. So June retreat is going to open up soon. It's going to have a little bit earlier of a closing date because the week before my retreat is the incentive trip to Alaska, and we have to have everything done way before that so that I'm not coming home and trying to figure out a retreat 3 days before the retreat. So that's going to be coming out quick, so you guys will know the theme shortly. But I wanted to share a few things really quick before we get started on the crafting. I just wanted to share a few things of why I love my retreats, and I'm going to show you some things. So another reason besides like all those fun things that we source as gifts for the retreat and make for all the attendees, whether you're in person or you get the retreat in a box, is that I love the connections that happen at my retreat, the friendships that are made, the people that are just so excited to see each other again, like maybe retreat is the only time they see each other. So I wanted to just kind of give you a little picture of what my retreat attendees got, not only from me, but also from the other crafters at the retreat. So everyone had these fun 12 by 12 paper holders. Noreen, I am in Gainesville, Florida, which is north central Florida, and I have my retreats in Hawthorne, which are just about 45 minutes east of Gainesville. Okay, so everyone got these cool 12 by 12 paper holders. They were either black or pink, and inside was some 12 by 12 DSP. That's this Pick a Pattern Designer Series paper, or pattern paper is in here. In here, they also got their make and take packets. They also got a kit from our kit collection, and some other fun little things for paper crafting. And this is a whole bag of presents. I'm not lying. So between myself and the other retreat attendees, everyone, I'm amazed. Years ago, when I started having retreats, like over 10 years ago, I would give out all these presents. And over time, demonstrators and other just crafty, avid crafters came to my retreats, and I was amazed at how they started picking up on my love of gifting and wanted to gift as well at retreats. So a lot of my attendees make a lot of pillow gifts for everyone, and typically we're making like 30 because my venue holds 30 people. So I'm going to show you a couple of the pillow gifts that came from me, and then I'm going to show you some of my favorites that came from some of the other retreat attendees. But I have to dump this bag out really quick, so let me just kind of slide all this stuff out of here, because there's so much in here, so many fun things. So I want to just grab what's mine. Oh, I'm making a mess. Okay, so this is for me. This is for me. Where's her little name? Okay, so if you saw pictures on my Facebook page, like everyone was like, Jennifer, did you make those cute little flowers? I did not. I did assemble these cute boxes. I did pay Amazon for these adorable flowers. They were all different. There were like 10 different patterns. They look like this. They're super cute. These are little plant boxes for 2-inch plants, and they are typically used for like little party favors, like wedding favors, like maybe some little succulents. And I made these cute little labels on a little clothespin. So everyone got a cute little flower. These were a huge hit. I love them. They're so cute. Everyone also got a personalized pouch with their name on them. So this is for someone who couldn't attend, and hers is being shipped out tomorrow. So that's why I still have yours, Karen, if you're watching. And you're expecting yours since you couldn't come. And inside, there was some lotion and some snacks, because everyone needs snacks at a retreat. And this cool washi tape, because we use the Greenery Lane bundle. So everyone got this washi tape, and we used it on all of our projects. And a few other little pieces and parts for them. Everyone also got a little itty bitty tiny corner rounder punch. This is something Stampin' Up! Doesn't have. So it's just this little tiny that you can pack in your retreat supplies, little tiny corner rounder punch. And everyone also got their initial, and this is a bunch of cardstock stacked together with a pretty pattern paper on the front. So this is Karen's, and she... I hope she likes it, because we made a bunch of these and it was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of work. So that was, trying to look and see, did I miss anything? Those were the main gifts from me. Well, there was lots of things in their make and take packet. Some journals. Everyone got a One Crafty Sister pen. So lots of things. And then everyone gives all these wonderful gifts. Like, I can't believe it. So someone gave these cute little tissue pouches. I don't know if these were hand sewn. Super cute. We've got some lip balm keychains. That was super fun. We got these cute little, it says every day is a fresh start, and our theme was fresh start for the retreat. So it says every day is fresh start, and inside are some fresh lavender sachets. I think Yvonne made these. Super cool. We actually got 2 lavender sachets. There was another one in here that was in this cool folded up. Look at this. It's so beautiful. It's hand stamped in like a muslin and full of lavender and maybe something else. I don't know. But I love this because it was handmade. That is so fun. We also got a ruler from one of our scrapbooking friends. So, you know, I'm usually using the small rulers. Whoops. And she says, we need something that goes 12 inches. So we got a ruler from our scrapbooking friend, Tanya. We got a fun little mini journal with a pen and a keychain. Some Valentines. Look at these, a cute little pillow or a little pocket diaper fold with a dark chocolate raspberry Ghirardelli square with the Endless Love bundle. So cute. Oh, excuse me. We got the most adorable little mailbox. Is this not the cutest little Valentine mailbox with some Hershey Nuggets in it? These are all things that were made by the attendees at my retreat. Oh, I'm so sorry. This was super cute. Okay, my sister is Debbie. And so here's my sister. And on here it says, I'm the original, this is the sequel, and it's Little Debbie Valentine cakes. So, super cute idea from my sister Debbie. Where is the candle for this? There's a candle for this somewhere. This is a 3D printed acorn. Is that not cool? So this says, within a tiny acorn, a mighty oak is waiting. Great things always start small, so embrace beginnings and take joy in the journey. Paul Sanborn. Peel Sanborn. Anyway, so super cute. This is a fun little sparkler on this cute little holder. So you could take and light this and have fun with your sparklers. Had some cute little strawberries. I love traditional doilies, so super cute. Here was another Valentine packet, and in here, and now just I'm reminding you, these are all made by the retreat attendees. So I make a lot of gifts, but they also make a lot of them, and everyone goes home. This was an adhesive remover in this box. Look how cute that is. So it just kind of, this is a Stampin' Up! Die box that goes along with some little cute animals. So look at how cute that is. Adorable. This is one of those little fold up kind of tea bag holders. This has candy in it though. This has a Ghirardelli square in it. So another little cute candy gift. I love it. One of our friends, we talked about our word of the year. It could be the lavender. You might be right. You might be right. So her word was intentional, and she made some intentional gifts for us. One of the things she made was she made this cute coaster. Look at this. Made with love, not perfection. I love it. And I just love that they share so much love with each other. This is a lip gloss, all cutely tied up with this little curtain fold. Super fun. We got a straw. I just love, I'm showing you everything because it's so fun. We got this yummy little pretzel stick with Valentine sprinkles. Our friend Parker made us some lemon sugar scrub. So that was really nice. This is little cute candy. This is made from a wash mouth cup. You know the little mini mouthwash cups? Yeah. So they're just trimmed and holes poked in it, and then you tie it with ribbon. I thought that was so cute and clever. This is an adorable little box with, I don't remember what's in it because I didn't open mine. So, it's a little heart soap, a little pink heart soap. Hi, Wendy. I'm sharing all the fun from this weekend's retreat. Let everyone know in the comments if you had a good time. Every moment of bliss, every time you use this soap. Enjoy a moment of bliss every time you use this soap. How cute. And if anyone else is on that was at the retreat this weekend, why don't you comment about the fun you had? We had another little journal. Really cute. Some cute little fruit snacks and a little cute thing, a little cute container. What else is here? We got some washi tape from someone, and then candy, little candy thing. So look at all these fun. Oh, here's another one. So many things. This has, ooh, Milano cookies. Ooh, look at that. So many fun things and all these little gifts. And I just love that everyone loves on each other that way. Some yummy chocolate, key lime candies. Just so many things. So, I mean, look at all this. Let me flip my camera down just so you can see. Look at all this stuff. Oops, I'm dropping some of it on the floor. But like all these things that all the retreat attendees went home with, in addition to all their projects and everything. So I always feel like when I leave my retreats that they're such a special experience. And I just love everyone that comes. And those of you who order the retreat in a box, if you can't attend in person, that's always an option to order the retreat in a box. And so you get maybe not all the presents that everyone gets in person, but you do get the experience and you get all of my presents and the awesome projects and the opportunity to register for add-on classes and all that stuff. So move that out of the way. So how fun is that? Super fun. I love it. My favorite thing. I'd love for you to come check it out one time. All right, let's move on to some crafting. I have 3 cards to share with you tonight. Let's see. I'm going to do this one first. I am going to use these 2 products. I have to tell you, one thing I really like about the new packaging is that it's not shiny like this. So when I have it on video, it's so easy to see, as opposed to this, which picks up all the reflection of the light. So looking for all the positives, I really like that about this packaging. So we're going to use the Fabulour Sayings stamp set. This is the product of the month for February, and it's only available for a few more days. It's just $5 when you reach a $75 order. And I'm going to pair it with Along These Lines. And I'm going to show you how you can take a paper that you might have got for Christmas cards, and use it to make a card not for Christmas. So, how many of you fell in love with the Peaceful Garden DSP? So this was this paper, okay, that had the beautiful doves, all these beautiful patterns, Okay, this was, there's a card base in there. So there's all these beautiful patterns that a lot of people use these for Christmas cards. But I'm going to make a card that's not a Christmas card. This paper is beautiful. And so we are going to use this pattern here. Okay. It's just kind of like a vine or some leaves and stuff. And it has a secret sea background, misty moonlight and cloud cover leaves and these little white flowers. So I am going to pair it with a contrasting white base and some secret sea border. I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. Excuse me. Okay. Whew. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these two pieces together. Doesn't really matter which way it goes because it's kind of a non-directional paper. But it's just getting a little tiny 1/16 of an inch border. So this is just a 2 inch by 5 1/4 inch piece of the Designer Series paper. And then this is the Secret Sea behind it. And I am using the two-tone cardstock, but you could also use regular Secret Sea cardstock. Is 2 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, 5 3/8. Hold on. Yeah, 5 3/8. So it's 2 1/8 wide and 5 3/8 long. We're going to adhere that onto our card base. And I'm just kind of mimicking that border on the sides and the top. Okay. I have this label die cut from the Stylish Shapes, and we are going to use this rose, this flower, from along these lines. And then we're going to use the hello from the Fabulous Sayings. I'm serious, I love this stamp set. I did a whole class at my retreat, an add-on class. So we did a Stamp-A-Stack with 8 cards and used every single sentiment in this set to make a set of cards. They were awesome. Everybody loved them. Everybody loved the stamp set. So if you don't have this stamp set yet, you'll want to place your order before the end of the month so that you can get it. So let's go ahead and stamp our flower. So I'm going to stamp the flower in Misty Moonlight, and then I'm going to stamp my sentiment in Secret Sea. So I'm just putting that line art stamp on that label like so. And then I'm going to adhere these two together. Let me go ahead and, oh, I can't really stamp my sentiment until I get these on the card. It's just easier that way. Let's see. Okay. use up all my pieces. Let me know in the comments if you have the Fabulous Sayings stamp set yet. I'm curious to know if you have it, because it's such like a perfect sentiment stamp set. Okay, so I'm just dropping that down in the center. And then I'm going to take and put my sentiment over here with the secret C. So this just says hello. And then I'm going to also stamp. Oh, you have it. Yes, Lois. Isn't it a great sentiment stamp set? If you do purchase this stamp set through me, I do have a tutorial bundle with a bunch of projects made with this stamp set. So even if you just place a $75 order, but you already have your stamp set, then you can get the tutorial bundle, or you can buy the tutorial for $25. Okay, I'm going to stamp on the inside to a fabulous friend. And then, where's my other ink? I'm also going to stamp another rose in here, but I'm going to kind of stamp off a little bit the edge. Actually, I'm going to do this. I just wanted a little bit of that in the corner. Yeah, the font is great, Wendy. So now we are missing one thing on this card, which is some bling. We need some bling. So let's bring in the Moody Palette Glossy Dots. If you were at my retreat this weekend, you got a pack of these, so you should already have them. And I'm just going to use some of all of them because we kind of have, well, we have 3 of these colors in here. So I've got a white. I'm going to give one of these cloud covers up here. And then I'm going to put one of these Secret C down here. So there is that card featuring the Along These Lines and the Fabulous Sayings. So these are the 2 used there. All right, let me clean these stamps real fast and put them up, and then we'll move on to card number 2, which features the On Display bundle and a kitty cat. So all my cat friends, stay around. We're going to make a cat card, okay? So I want you to hang out with me to see this cute cat card. And I have to let you know that there is the most adorable new bundle coming out, and I'm going to have it tomorrow, that has kitties and puppies, but the cats are so cute. It has kitties, puppies, and birds, and it's adorable. The other thing I'm going to have tomorrow is the new Stampin' Positioner. So if you haven't heard the news, Stampin' Up! Has a new Stampin' Positioner or a stamp placement tool. It is, I haven't got it yet, so I don't know what to tell you yet because I don't have it in my hands, but I'll have it tomorrow so that I can test it out and play with it. I'm looking forward to it. It's different than the Stamparatus. It's similar to a couple products that are already out there on the market. I don't think that this product is exclusive to Stampin' Up, but it's amazing what I've seen the video of it, so I'm looking forward to getting it. So there is that first card, using Christmas paper or seasonal paper for not a seasonal card. All right, next up is the on display. And when I saw the cat, you know I had to get it. I had to. So we are going to use that cat tonight. Use the cute cat. We're going to use the stripes for the cat. I'm just going to take a bunch of things off of here because we are going to do some stamping. So I need the stripes for the cat. I need this pot. I'm just going to turn it over, and I want these little plants. I need this adorable little picture, and I need this stack of books. There are so many fun things. Okay, so this is a bookshelf, and you can fill your bookshelf with all these things. There are cats, there's plants, there's a globe, there's birds in a birdhouse, a bird cage. There's these little pennant banners. There's bottles, you know, whether you want to call them apothecary bottles or if it's a whiskey bottle, who knows what it is, whatever you want, or decorative. And for all these different pots and things, there's different plants that can fit in there. There's this cute mirror, just really cute. And you can either stamp them, but there's also a lot of detailed dies in here. So you can see here all of these dies. If you don't want to stamp the books, there's these books that you can die cut. And I do love die cutting. Now, the card I'm going to show you tonight has mostly stamps. But you have this whole bookcase. And you have these little picture frames, mirror, a basket, just, you know, bookends, all these cool different dies. So we are going to use this die, and we are going to use this die. Now this die, I've already cut out what we need. But, all right, and I need our sentiment, which is, "You're the best." Where's it at? Right here. Okay, this is, let's see how many different stamp pads we can use at one time. Ink pads or blocks. How many blocks can we use at one time? I think I have glue on this. Oh, this is a fun set. Which pieces did you use for your swap card, Noreen? Did you stamp a lot or do a lot of die cuts? I'm curious. This is my first card that I've made, and I was inspired by an idea I saw on another card from another demonstrator. Let's see. All right, so I've got some pieces here. I've got those cute little hanging plants in 2 different colors, so we can have some color there. I also have this detailed piece that is for the kind of molding on the top or the bottom of the bookshelf, but it's going to be used as like a floating shelf on the wall. And I'm going to give it a flat surface with a strip of cardstock behind it because I want to be able to stamp things that are actually sitting on the shelf. And we are going to stamp our cat. So I'm going to first off glue these 2 things together so this can be waiting for a minute and kind of drying while I'm doing the other pieces. This has some slits and stuff in it, so I'm just kind of dabbing a little glue. All right. Man, those sneezes just activated my nose like no tomorrow. Okay, let's get you together and set you to the side. That's good. Okay, set you to the side and let you dry. I am going to press down. All right, so let's do some stamping. Of our cat first off. So I need these 2 stamps. Now I'm going to do a gray cat. These cats do not look like my cats at all. But oh, you put the whole thing as one piece. You can do it. This is a separate die, Maureen. So if you see, you know, this is the separate die, and you can attach it to this. But really, you can use this in any way, shape that you want. So that's the cool thing about paper crafting and dies and stuff. Even if it looks one way, you can take and do it differently. So I've got some basic gray ink, and I'm going to ink up and stamp our little cat. Look how cute that cat is. Even like that. It's dark gray, so it kind of makes it look, because the basic gray is dark, it kind of makes it look like a black cat. So I'm going to give it some Whisper White Craft Ink stripes. Now this was the hardest part, and I'm going to have to put my head over. So hopefully I'll be able to stamp this right, because I have a camera right here, and it kind of gets in the way of me being able to see. So there's these 2 little kind of stripes on the top, and that's going to go on the top of his head, and then the other 2 go on kind of his side. So it's kind of tricky, not tricky, but I had to stamp a few to get it, and I didn't get this completely right, but it's not bad. Oops, so you can see. Look how cute that little cat is. You guys know I love my cats. You guys know I love my cats. All right, so I'm going to let that dry just for a second, because the white craft ink takes a minute to dry. So I'm just going to set that aside for a minute. I'm going to adhere one of these layers in the inside of my card. You can see I'm almost to the end of my adhesive, so, you know, it always likes to run out when I'm on my Facebook Live. Oh, like maybe right now? Let's see. So this is just my mat for the inside. And then I'm going to put this mat on the front. And then I'm going to pull out my ruler and a pencil. Okay. Because what I want to do is, I know I want my shelf about here, okay? But I want to draw a line so I can stamp things. But I want the line to be covered up. So I'm going to just kind of eye it. I'm like, okay, I want it there. So I'm going to say, if I draw a line there, that'll be good. So just going to try to make sure it's straight. And I'm just going to come in like this and draw a line like that. So see, I'm just using this as a guide, okay, for my stamping. Now, the first thing I'm going to stamp are my books over to the right. And I am going to put them just a little above this line. Let me go down a little more. Okay. So I'm going to stamp these right about there. And you can see I did it above the line because I'm using that as a guide for my stamping And since they're clear stamps, you can kind of see through them. Okay, I'm going to stamp this little plant pot here in Pecan Pie. Okay, so I stamped it above the line again. And then I'm going to stamp the little plant right above it. I love that little plant. It's so cute. And then I'm going to stamp this little picture. I was like, I want this picture to be white, but there's really no way for me to make it white in here. So, what color did I just stamp it? Gray granite. I meant to do smoky slate. Oh well. It still works. It still works. So there's my little picture, and you see I have them all above. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my shelf on, and I'm going to bump it up where you're not going to see the line, and it's going to look like the stuff is just sitting on the shelf. So let's pull back in my dimensionals. All right, so there's everything kind of just sitting on my shelf. I need to cut out my cat. So I have my die cut machine right over here. Let me take off my microphone just for a second because I'm plugged in. I'll be right back. I'm just right here, right over here. You can still see me a little bit. Oh, so cute. All right. Look how cute that cat is. Adorable. So cute. So cute. I need more cat stamps in my life. So I was so excited when I saw the new bundle coming out. It is an online exclusive, so it'll be available to customers soon. Oh, I just shared you my sneak peek. I wasn't ready for that. Okay, I'm going to add these with some glue dots. So I'm just going to take and give a glue dot and hang this one. And then I'm using Pretty Peacock and Old Olive here. So, and then the kitty cat is going to kind of go over the plants. So I am going to give it a little bit of dimensional support and a little bit of glue dot support because I'm going to have part of it hanging off of here. So its head needs some dimensional. Because, you know, if you'll let it, a cat will lay anywhere it's not supposed to. So stick up. Okay, there we go. Look how cute that is. Cute little cat. And then we have our sentiment, which I am stamping over here in the bottom. My cat's a little crooked. Oh. I feel like I need to support it in a different way. Maybe along the back side. Let's see here. that's better. Okay, so I'm going to add my sentiment. You're the best. And so I've got my shelf with a cute little cat. Oh, Noreen, that little cat bundle coming out is adorable. I love the puppies and the kitties and the birds. I'm sorry, since I started sneezing. Karen Hicks, I see you're on here. Your retreat is going to ship out tomorrow. So hopefully it will make it to you by the end of the week or maybe Saturday. We'll see. We'll see what the postal system is doing. Anyway, there is card number 2. I'm sorry that you couldn't make it and that weather wasn't our friend. So here was my sample. You can see I used 2-tone cardstock here. This is the light side of it. This is the dark, so you could kind of see the differences. And this was the smoky slate, and this was the gray granite. So you could do either or. I definitely like the smoky slate better. I also think it would be cool if this was heat embossed in white, but I don't know how well the detail would show up. So, but look at that cute cat. Can't get any cuter than that. All right, let's move on to card number 3 for tonight, and it is featuring the Nature Symphony bundle. Fun fact about this bundle, this is what my Happy Mail Society is featuring in the month of February. So if you haven't heard about my Happy Mail Society, it is a monthly subscription class that features a stamp set or a bundle. Last month, or January this month, we featured the Banner Sayings stamp set. The in-person or the studio experience is this Saturday. So if you signed up for that already, you'll be doing that class this weekend. Noreen, what color was your cat? The cat I did is basic gray, and I did the stripes in the white craft ink. So that's what I did. You can either register or subscribe for the shipped to you or the delivered experience or the in-studio experience. You will get a curated kit. You'll get a card kit to make 8 cards of 4 designs featuring the Nature Symphony bundle. You will need your own bundle and your own inks. Sneak peek of projects, and the ink supply list will be listed on February 1st. There is a link in my video description to my Happy Mail Society. So it's currently open to subscribe. You can subscribe anytime. You have to subscribe by the 10th of the month to get this current month's class or box or whatever you want to call it. So again, Nature Symphony is what we're going to be using. I love this. We're making a card with it tonight because I'm having so much fun with it, and we are going to have some beautiful cards. And the Happy Mail Society is not your, I wouldn't call it your average card class. So the focus of Happy Mail Society is not just making cards, but sending them. And so this month, what was included in my Happy Mail Society were some fun Happy Mail inspired gifts, as well as a prompt sheet to help you decide or help prompt you to make your cards out and send them. Or you can keep that prompt sheet with your cards so that when you're ready or when you're thinking about it. But I really hope that when you make these cards from Happy Mail Society that you take them and address them right away and stick them in the mail, because the gift that we can give by sending our cards is way better than the gift of having them piled up in our craft room. So if you'd love to be part of that kind of movement, then I would love for you to check out Happy Mail Society and join us for our February class. Okay, So again, I'm using some seasonal paper on this card that you might be done with. You might be like, Jennifer, it's not fall anymore. I know. So we have this beautiful paper. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I did check to make sure it was still available. The Gathering Together. Do you remember this paper? It is a fall inspired designer series paper. It's got plaid, it's got gold foil, it's got leaves, it's got wood grain, all these pretty patterns, but definitely very fall inspired. But you might have some of this left, and I want to encourage you to make some cards with it that don't look like fall cards. So we're going to use the B side here. And then I took, and this was that beautiful plaid paper, but I cut out, it was this pattern on the other side, the B side. And so I've cut out the big leaf from the dies, from the Nature Symphony dies, in this beautiful designer series paper. And you can see it's got the little detail. So you've got the texture of the leaf die, but you've also got this cool texture from the designer series paper. And I just love that. I also have a piece of Pool Party two-tone cardstock, and we are going to use the dark side of this. Oops, where's my sample card? Let me just make sure. Yes, we're using the dark side. So we're going to stamp on here. And I have a Stylish Shapes circle die for our sentiment. So first and foremost, we're going to do some stamping on here with this cool texture stamp. So we're going to pull that out. We need just these two stamps. We need the texture stamp and the You Make Me Smile sentiment stamp. So let's go ahead and I need the bigger stamp block for this. Okay. So I am going to be stamping with Early Espresso. And I have my grid paper here because I do need to do some stamping off. Oops, don't need to do that. You can see I did some stamping off when I was doing my little test here. So I'm going to take and stamp off and stamp and just kind of give some random kind of detail and pattern to this paper. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to set it aside just for a second. I need it to dry just a little. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. I need to re-ink my ink pad. Okay, You Make Me Smile. Oh, I need to stamp that on the inside. I forgot. So I'm going to stamp this also. Just to kind of add some detail on the inside of my card. Okay, just to kind of tie the front of the card into the inside of the card. So we're going to take and adhere that. I think I'm at the end. I am. I'm at the end. Look at that. Always happens when I'm live. Okay. Well, this one is no good. Well then, I'm going to go back to my glue because I don't have a refill. that's okay. So I'm going to add this to the inside. Like so. And I'm going to go ahead and add my designer series paper to the front of my card. Okay, now I'm going to take and tear a little bit on this two-tone cardstock. So I want the white core to show, so I'm going to tear towards me. So I'm just going to come from over here. I'm just going to kind of go back and forth. I don't want it like super straight or anything. So I have that there. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, so there's my paper, and then I'm going to do something that probably scares some of you guys. I'm just going to crumble it up in my hand and squeeze it really good, like really good, hard. Okay, so now I'm going to open it back up. I might even like go like this, and go like this, just to really kind of rough it up. All right, so there is my kind of roughed up piece of paper, and I'm going to adhere it. I think I'm gonna curl one of my corners over here. Because this corner's kind of long, I'm like, this could be pretty. So I'm just going to kind of soften this corner of the cardstock with my bone folder. And I'm just going to give it a little fold, like a little roll there. All right. So did that scare anyone? I know sometimes it scares people to see that, but, or to do that. So don't be scared, it's just paper. So I'm giving it a good amount of adhesive. Go ahead and put this down. Give it a good press. All right, so there is that. Now we're going to take this beautiful leaf. I will tell you, when you cut this out of DSP, it's very, very dainty, so you have to be careful. And I am going to add glue dots to it. So I'm just going to take my Take Your Pick tool and just put a few glue dots on here. I think that would probably be, let me give it one more right here. Okay. All right, so I want it to be, yeah, sure, that looks good. It's a little different angle than my other one, but I think that looks good. And then my sentiment is going to go here on dimensionals. Come back to my sheet of dimensional edges. That should be enough. You make me smile. And the earthy matte dots are perfect for this card. I yeah, Glenda, using like that technique is just a fun little way to add some detail. Like if you have a mini stapler too, you can kind of staple it like right there. That's kind of cool to do. I didn't do that tonight, but I have done that. Okay, so we've got these awesome kind of early espresso dots in here. You could use any of the other colors too, depending on your papers. I think this kind of red or this pumpkin pie, I think this is cherry cobbler and pumpkin pie. Either of those would be really good on here as well. Okay. So there is that card. Just lots of texture, you know, between the texture on the pattern here, the texture created here, and the texture in the leaf die. I just love it. I just love it. So here are the 3 cards that I made tonight for you. And these are going to be featured at my Coffee and Cards this Saturday morning at my studio. So if you are interested in coming to a class this Saturday morning, you'll be making one of each of these cards, as well as my Sending Love, my sweet and simple kind of vintage retro Valentine. You'll be making one of these, and then you'll have 2 other cards that you'll make. So these are 4 of the cards that you'll make this weekend at Coffee and Cards. I don't think I put a link in the video description for that. So if you would like the link, just comment Coffee and Cards, and I will come back through and post that for you if you are local and want to come to that class on Saturday. So I hope you guys enjoyed these cards. They were fun to make, and also if you came in late, I shared all of the retreat pillow gifts from my Creative Escape this weekend. So if you want to see the kind of haul that retreat attendees went home with, not only gifts from me, but also gifts from the lovely big-hearted women that come to my retreats, you should check that out because our group is just awesome. I just love every one of you that attends these weekend retreats. They're very special to me, and you make it special. So hop back to the beginning of the video and watch that if you want to see some of the awesome gifts that the attendees made. So thank you guys for tuning in. As a reminder, I told you a little bit about that Stampin' Positioner. It's coming in tomorrow. We actually have a really awesome join special starting February 2nd. So if you've ever thought about being a demonstrator, or if you've ever thought about joining my team, I would love to welcome you to the Craftastics. In February 2nd, when you join for $99, you get the standard $125 starter kit, but you'll also get the brand new Stampin' Positioner for free as part of your kit. You'll automatically get that. So if that sounds like fun to you, sure sounds fun to me. I have to pay for it. You could get it for free. So if that sounds fun and interesting, then you should check it out. I get mine in tomorrow. I'm going to play with it and see what I can do with it. I'm excited about being able to do some stepped stamping or like when you stamp the same thing like 5 times in a row, but they're perfectly placed because I love perfect placement of things. I'm excited to have another tool that we can use for that. And the style of this tool is really good if you have strength issues in your hands. It's like a springboard platform, so you don't have to press real hard to do it, and you don't have to hold anything. And when you set it down with your stamp on it, you don't even have to press down yet. So when you first set it, from what I can tell, you're not going to accidentally stamp your paper. So if you're not sure, you'll be able to see through it and see like, oh yes, that's exactly where I want it. Now I'm going to press down. So I'm really excited about it and I can't wait to get it. And I'll share more with you. Plan to see it next Tuesday on my Facebook Live because I know I'll be sharing it then for sure. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you so much and I love you guys, and I will see you next Tuesday. And then if you want to check out Happy Mail Society, I would love to have you as part of it. The link is in the video description for you to go check out the landing page with all the information. Thanks so much. Have a great night. Bye.